Greetings to you all and welcome, 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 welcome. Where am I? The police need to know where we are. Morning, morning. It's me. I did like. Get the girl defense get it. Right. Thank you, dear. Thank you, sis. So the police will have to come in a few seconds. I know they will. But we're standing in front of the GCOM office in Region 10 in Linden. Right? See right here? And this is symbolic. Why are we doing this? Because it's not a case why we're here to bash anybody from Linden. Please, y'all get it straight. It's a demonstration of our displeasure.
London.
Tell me.
What's going on?
Good, champ. How you got it, brother? Solid, man. Bless it. The GCOM has to get it right. Good. Perfect. So we're standing because this entity, GCOM as a whole, chaired by Claudette Singh, and there's 6 commissioners. They want to convince us that we should accept and trust this voters list when we already have evidence as the People's Movement, as Forward Guyana Movement, as a matter of fact. We are part of the People's Movement is a part of Forward Guyana Movement. But we have a major problem. We're an individual. Good morning, how are y'all doing? And how are you today? Well, I'm so grateful. The camera is on me, it's not on you. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Okay. They're the same. Thanks. So, this entity, Guyana Elections Commission, is vested with power, according to law, to ensure the electoral processes are fair, transparent, credible. Remember in 2020, I think the OAS one of them said it. The process was relatively credible, fairly credible. I don't know what that means, right? I know some of the observers said it was fairly credible. What does that mean? The law of Guyana says the election must be a credible process. You cannot have, or you should not have people involved in elections who shouldn't be there. So we have a matter that arose that would have brought us out here, where somebody could have walked into the GCOM office and see me say, listen, I want to change my address. And they gave the man an ID card with somebody else's image, somebody else's face. That's why we are here today. They want to convince us, as was discovered in the industry, over 100 people were registered to one address. And if we have to stand alone as the only party in this movement, we will do it. Because this has to be a fair process. And that is what's brought us out here today. Standing in front of the office in Linden. In front of this office. Where we are expressing our displeasure. We don't misbehave and make noise. We make noise, we don't misbehave. Forward Guyana Movement is standing today because there has to be a fair process. So as you join the broadcast, please indicate may they hear me clearly. We have our candidates, our geographic candidates, we call them national candidates from Region 6. They're here. I'm so grateful that I have brothers and sisters who are not afraid of anybody. And you would not see certain faces out there today, and some people would not be out here today because they can't, and that's what Guyana's become. Do you know that the law of this country says that you have the right to protest and to demonstrate? These things you need to be informed, and that's why we're here.
You don't know me ex going.
I got you. Bless you, sis. All right? Guyanese, according to law, you have the right to demonstrate, freedom to protest. It's not, you don't have to ask police permission to do this. It is your right to do it, according to law. So the brothers are all here. We ain't scared of anybody, man. That's what we're about. Let me zoom in and show you. One man, one vote is threatened by poor processes. What a poor process. You could walk in there and tell people, oh, I'm Mark Harry, and you just get a new ID card. This is nonsense. They should have halted and would have or should have caused to be conducted a thorough audit of the voters list. This is nonsense, and I'm not saying from Claudia Singh. Claudia Singh had 5 years to do this. 5 years. Phantom voters equal phony results. Can you all see the placard? So we're sensitizing Londoners today, those from Region 10, we're sensitizing you that these elections are too critical for us to play games with the PPP. I'm asking you Guyanese because I told the camera my brother let him speak on one of our national candidates. Are you confident for over the last 5 years that the Guyana Elections Commission headed by Claudia Singh would have done what is right? Here's my question. To ensure that these elections are fair, credible, and transparent. You all tell me. We asked you a question, let me flip the camera. Are you of the view that Claudia Singh has done what she should have done as a chairperson of GCOM to ensure that this election is fair, free, and it's credible? They shortened the days, the time for claims and objection. Ali rushed and told us election being held for September. Rush it without even going through due process. And then to add insult to injury, as they would say, instead of giving us time to do the right thing and giving GCOM time, GCOM has rushed the process. So you have I think with 3 days or 48 hours for claims and objection, or a very short period of time. When you used to have a whole week or more. Let me show you some of these placards that we have in Linden here.
Dirty list, dirty elections.
Dirty list equals dirty elections. Another one. 100 plus people registered at addressing industry.
Wow.
This is our reality. This is our reality. Every Guyanese must have confidence in GCOM. Or most. Let me tell you, if Guyanese have confidence in y'all, it doesn't matter what you say. There'll be some group who'll be said they've been disenfranchised when elections results are read. That's what's not going to happen. They will not have confidence in anything you read. How can Claudia Singh or anybody convince us that 100 people live at one address in industry? And it's not a hotel, by the way, because a hotel is different. 100 people with ID cards were registered to one address in industry. Over 100 people. The rigging has started. The rigging has begun. So we're here with our national candidate, a geographic candidate from Region 6, Mr. Bissoon, all the way in Lynn, and he came yesterday for our family and fun day, but he's here. Somebody said Claudia Singh needs to be put in jail. Someone says there's one magician in GCOM. Guyanese is saying, my brother, they have no confidence in GCOM to hold free and fair election. So what? Let me begin with your view. How do you feel about this matter where somebody just walked into a GCOM office, let's say London or somewhere, but it was down in Georgetown, and they requested to have their address changed. They give the man a new ID card with somebody else's face. So when another person came, the original, the true person, went to GCOM to check his status and his address, he found out that somebody else has his name, somebody else has his face, and somebody else they give him another address.
In any situation, in a truly law-abiding country, that would be a thorough investigation.
Exactly.
And those who, if they are perpetrators, caught, the law will deal with them accordingly. And I can't comprehend in my mind that 100 people have the same address. With my mind began to ponder and think, that is not a mistake. Because if we say two persons at one address,
right,
we happen one or twice,
right,
in the entire process, we can just shelve it and say it is a mistake.
right.
But having 100 people at one address is clearly telling our minds and have us thinking that, you know what, this is something beyond mistake. It is something that is plotted,
Yes.
something that is planned, and for a process for somebody to enjoy the
Yeah.
benefits of it.
Wow.
But we are happy that we have a group that called the Forward People
Movement.
Movement, who could pick this up early and address it and expose it. I wonder how they feel. Are they ashamed? Are they thinking that they can stand up and face the people and tell we that they are giving us a true process? They are giving us a process that is full of transparency, where we can trust them that they are people of integrity.
That's a very good question indeed.
These are things come to our minds, and more other things. Are we, with this, in what we are seeing, is this gonna tell us we're gonna have a free and fair elections come the 1st of September? Is this telling us that we, the party that win this election, is they win it by the true voting or by other means?
Wow.
So it's a lot of questions, and this alone, and this is just the beginning, and we only unearthed maybe a rice grain from a bag.
Right.
Maybe this is just a little thing we unearthed. We don't know what more, because when we looked at the whole process of GCOM, it controlled by the two major political parties.
Right, that's correct,
PNC
brother. That's
and
correct.
PPP, and more so we have PPP in power, and they control actually everything. The other day when we went in for nomination day,
Right.
I share Indians at the front.
Tell it.
Share Indians at the front. I wonder, we are a multicultural country. Where are the Africans?
That's the time, but GCOM.
Where are
Just a second, brother. When you say the Indians in front, that's when we went to submit our documents inside.
nomination.
So that's
day.
where you had the chairman of the CEO of GCOM, the deputy CEO,
Yes.
other officials, all of them. And you're right. All of them Indian. That's true. Not an African Guyanese.
And I am an Indian, and I feel ashamed.
Wow.
I feel ashamed because we are a country of 6 race.
Wow.
And if we representing everybody, we should have everybody representing our
At
race
least.
in GCOM.
Correct. That's good.
You can't tell me that we don't have an intelligent Amerindian. You
Wow.
can't tell me we don't have an intelligent African. You can't, only Indians are intelligent. And by the way, my research has shown me that the Africans are the most intelligent people of all the races in our country, because they are shown that the Africans has dominated the public sector.
That's true.
So, coming back to this process, I hope, and many are praying, which I don't, that, you know what, we have a free and fair election. The world is watching. We have observers here.
Yeah, they're already here.
And I hope, and these are for the observers, I do hope that whatsoever y'all see, don't duck it, but expose it. Because we the people, when y'all leave, is we are the people gonna face it. We have a rich country to be living like this, to have a standard of living like this, where only one set of people having the wealth and their family and friends, and the rest of us having crumbs.
Well,
the time for that need to stop. And the only way it could stop, we have to elect the right party to lead us.
Yes.
And I present,
Forward
and we
Guyana
present
movement.
Forward
Guyana
Guyana
movement.
movement.
Thank you, brother.
Which our presidential candidate, Miss Amanza and my brother Apostle Nigel, London, nobody could point their fingers at them. Nobody could see corruption in them. But all the rest of presidential candidates, maybe except few, we could point fingers.
Troubles.
So we are a clean people. And for Guyana to start with a new branch of politicians, they have to be clean.
Yes.
We need a clean slate. The country needs clean people to move it forward.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So you would have heard from one of our geographic candidates. They said he called him national candidate. Mr. Bissoum, we heard from another one, our brother Shazan Ghani, because the one Region 6 to talk to us this morning. Region 6 we intend to talk. We together because we have the same problem. As you see, we're standing in front of GCOM's office, and the placards are there. Phantom voters equal phony results. The results could never be true. And why is this bothering us so much in the in Forward Ghana movement? I am saying to you, something has to be wrong with people's minds. How could I walk into this GCOM office, for example? They see me and I say, listen, I came to check on my address and my status, ensure them I'm fine. But I want to change my address. And essentially I want another identity. And they give me somebody else's information. How could that even make sense? Now GCOM say they call the police. We haven't heard a report from them yet. We have no report. No report from the police as to whether this matter was criminal. No Guyanese has the right to go into any office and request a different ID. That's suspicion. How you can tell you want somebody else's information, just get it like that? And when it was checked, when the address was checked, the people went into Sophia. There is no such address. So they gave a man an ID card, gave the man somebody else's name, gave him an address, and there's no such address existed. How many more like that we have in our country? And instead of Guyana Election Commission calling for a thorough investigation and an analysis of the voters list, they just said, oh, it was just one-off and they destroyed the ID card. Let us see you destroy it. And you should have an investigation to every matter regarding the situation here and the entire list. I got a call after that. We had Brother Ghani come over to me. I'll go to him Monday. I don't want to block traffic. But we got a call. I got a call the other day that the man who was dead for about 3 or 4 years is dead. He's still on the list. Still on the voters list. And let's not forget that in local government election, Barbara Jaglio, let me show you my face, because I want to talk to you. You came and apologized to the family. You. Because the woman said her dead mother had signature on your local government nomination list. So it's possible. Not just her name was on the nominators list. The dead person signed for the PP nominators list. So what y'all telling us? And Barrett came and admitted to that at his Thursday cuss out. That yes, it happened. It's one thing for you to have somebody's name. But how you end up with a person's signature, a dead person? And GCOM, 2 years later, GCOM say, well, we're ready for election. Without sanitizing the list. Without implementing biometrics, we're ready. And look over this one here. Look at this, right here. Let me show you this placard. No biometrics. We demand fairness. Phantom voting, phony results. Get it right. Get it right, GCOM. For Ghana movement today because y'all don't get it right. You're going to get it right. We have no confidence in Claudette Singh. None. You have no confidence in Guyana Elections Commission. Absolutely none. So I'll talk with my brother, another national candidate, geographic candidate, because you want to hear it. Now, these men are older than me. And why I want them to speak to you, because they have history. They understand how many years Guyana suffered from the same thing. And now we have a chance to get it right. In the Bahamas, the election should be next year or sometime soon. They have implemented biometrics. In the Bahamas, they have biometrics. Guyana is the only place I know with all this oil wealth. And you cannot have biometrics in election. You all are, listen, don't get me started this morning. I want to be nice. I'm trying to be decent with you all today. But something wrong with us in this country. Let me go over and talk to my brother. Oh, you coming? Good. In Guyana, we do not have biometrics in our election. So we have one of our national candidates here, geographic, Region 6, a farmer. And there's so much you can tell us about rice farming and cattle. And we may get into that this morning. But Brother Shazan, Brother Ghani, we have As you see in your hand here, 100 plus people registered at one address in industry. That's on the east coast of Demerara. Tell us your views about, because you've been through a whole lot of election processes, you're old enough to say you had at least, what, 5, 6, 7 of them already or more. But tell us, how do you feel about this present situation and this current matter regarding the Guyana Elections Commission?
This situation is one that was fought against from this inception of election in Guyana.
Wow.
Dr. Cherry Jagan fought for this, for free and fair election in Guyana.
Yeah.
And today we are seeing it being trampled by this very people that he fought for. The PPP is siding with rigging of election in Guyana. In all his life, fighting for a free and fair election in Guyana was the same thing, GCOM.
Yes.
Fairness at GCOM. And today we are seeing that fairness is being eroded by his own people.
So, as you say, and that we're saying so powerful, Cherry Jagan was fighting for years for there to be some system established for us to have credible elections. And out of that fight was born this entity called Guyana Elections Commission. So from his fight, GCOM was born.
Right.
Carter Center came and they made recommendations. Now Carter Center, we met with them and stuff, and they've been saying it for a while. They have 22, I think, proposals, 22 recommendations they made after 2020. 22. Claudette Singh, my brother, as the chairperson, implemented one out of 22, or maybe 2 out of 22. Nothing with biometrics, nothing with sanitizing the voters list. What in your mind would be responsible for that? Because we expect GCOM to be fair. But GCOM has got 3 PPP commissioners, 3 PNC commissioners, and nobody else. that's what's born in this country. So we have no representation at GCOM.
No, the smaller party has no recommendation. Only the 2 major parties. And whatever they say, they go with that.
Oh boy. So, as a candidate, go ahead.
With the election impasse in 2020, when the now government was fighting for the recount, one of the main issues was biometrics.
Yes.
That when they get in power, they will implement biometrics. And we are at another election, right around the corner, in less than a month, or maybe a month, and nothing about biometric.
So, man, when you say these things, it just makes me think. So I remember, and you're saying, and I want people to hear you, the PP were fighting, remember, in 2020. Listen, we need biometric because they won't be rigging, and they say Granger to rig and all that. Granger tried to steal election. 5 years have passed, Brother Ghani. 5 years. No biometrics.
They stopped talking about biometrics.
Why do you think that's the case? Because I like it when older men talk to me.
Because that is the only way they can win this election, by rigging the election.
Wow.
And without biometrics, it's impossible to rig the election.
1 man, 1 vote. That's biometrics.
Look here, we have 100 persons registered at one address to vote. This is rigging in plain daylight.
Started already.
Yes.
Started already. Now you from Upper Quarantine area. You're from Babis. Farming is what you do. Cattle farming to some extent. Rice farming. Can you tell us, as one who would represent this country, or the Guyanese at the national level should be elected, what is your view in reference to how the farmers have been treated? Because it's important. That's why we need to have fair elections so we can get to the people who've mistreated farmers. That's the bottom line.
It's a whole long process. Nothing is fair in the rice industry. Take for instance, when we had the big flood, when they gave the flood relief.
Yes.
Just a handful of the cronies get the big money, 9 million, 10 million. And the real farmers that lose their crop get 50,000 for cash crop or other types of farming, but nothing for rice.
So some people got $9 million?
9 million and 10 million, just a handful. And those people that get the 10 million, those people reap their paddy and still get the money. And the real people that lose their crop get 50,000 and 100,000 for cash crop.
Oh my goodness.
That is very
What?
unfair for the farmers.
I saw Irfan Ali the other day talking about fertilizer. He's sharing fertilizer, and you have the option. You could take $200,000 of fertilizer. What are the farmers' thoughts? Because you interact with them, and your role is what? You're chairman of someone, the Cattle Farmers Association. But let's talk about the rice farm. What are your views on this matter? Where they say farmers could get?
Well, right now, with the situation of the farmer in, even if the little manure that they get, the fertilizer they get from the government, they welcome it because they're in so much debt.
Oh.
Like, you know, they're in water with the nose tip.
Right.
Anything they get is welcome for them.
Oh boy.
But it's still not adequate. We need more assistance.
So do we have any system in place whereby farmers at this time can go to a rice mill owned by the state, by the government, to have a fair price to the party?
There is no rice mill or buying center owned by the government.
None.
All is private.
Guyanese, are you all hearing this? So there's a rice farmer standing before you. Check what you're saying, because you could fact check us. We don't talk to them, we can't defend. That there is no rice mill in this country owned by the people of Guyana. So it means then that whatever the millers tell you, they'll pay you for your party. Right. That's it. Wow. This is why we need to have GCOM functioning well, because I am sure that there's no farmer in this country who will be happy with that kind of situation. None. And our brother Ghani is here because, as I said, he has history. This man has been around and he's seen what has happened because of elections. The 2020 elections to me were the worst. It took us, what, 5 months?
5 months to get the result, but to me, 1973 election was the worst.
Tell us about that one. I wasn't born yet.
My father was a strong PPP member. Was from the founding, one of the founding members.
Okay.
And he was always in the forefront. And during that 1973 election, the family was so fearful that, you know, you'll come and burn down your house or do something to you. So we had to leave our house and go and sleep at family house in the night. And that was a very long process because of the fear.
Okay.
And I don't think any Guyanese should ever live through that fear again.
No,
that
I agree with you.
We went through as a family in 1973.
But it's important for you to say that because now we saw the Attorney General, one who's paid to be Anil Nandlal, threatening Guyanese about that the police, Jagio said that too. So before anybody go to vote, they're already talking about police and what they'll do to you, and that they have the full force of the law if there's any disturbance. So they're already threatening people before.
You know, they charge you as a terrorist.
And they charge you as terrorists. So we're going right back to those situations, in my view.
Yes.
All right?
The very things that Dr. Jagan fought for,
yes,
this party is implementing it. The only thing left for this party to do now, the PPP, is to make a prison for political opponents. One of them had Sibley Hall.
Yeah.
I can remember my father was very fearful that he will be going to Sibley Hall. Not because of the lockup, but because of his young family.
He had a family here. And now the people in jail in Lusitnan who are being called terrorists.
Yes.
So we're going right back in those places, of course.
Where we started.
Political leaders are not in there, but
yes,
the PPP must go, somebody is saying, because they've done a lot of harm. And you said that your father was a founding member. And I'm sure that your father would not be pleased, good morning, with what he's seeing now.
My father, when I was a little boy, I can remember my father going out to do camping and check voters lists and everything. And my mother would ask him, why you have to sacrifice so much time? He'd always say, I'm doing it for my children and my grandchildren. But let me tell you something. My father passed away, dead and gone. And his children become grandfather. And they still can't see the betterment that he was fighting for.
Wow. Wow.
And I want to present to my children a better Guyana. I don't want to have to say that you will have a better Guyana. I want to say
you want to be the person.
This is the better Guyana that I'm fighting for.
Yes.
In my lifetime, my children will have to see the better Guyana. And the only way, we have to get the GCOM to come clean and get it right.
Yes. Thank you so much, my brother. GCOM must come clean and get it right. So we're standing here this morning, and that's the power of social media. There are hundreds of you here. Hundreds of you watching, thousands already viewed, showing what's happening in the internet. The For Guyana movement is standing. We're standing in public, unafraid. We're standing out here to show Guyanese what we're dealing with. Claudette knows better. One of our national candidates again, geographic candidates here. Claudette knows better. Do better. I love these placards. She knows better.
Yes, she does.
Because Claudette said to us that biometrics, after 5 years, she now has to approach or ask for them to take it to Parliament after 5 years to consider this. What are your views on that, Mr. Sampson, or geographic candidate for Region 10?
Okay. The fact that she is saying that she has to go to Parliament for approval tells me that she's already in some form of an agreement or accord with the PPP to rule out us having biometrics.
Well, we don't have it.
Because we don't have it. The thing is about biometrics is that it's extremely difficult to rig an election when you have that.
Right.
Right? And further, what I believe that the PPP and GCOM have been doing since 1992 is systematically putting systems in place, and it might go down to even the software that they're using. There might be bugs in there and algorithms in there that when tallying work in their favor. And one of the things that we may need to have is an independent analyst to check even the system that they use to generate the lists and to tally the votes come election time.
What you're saying is so critical and so vital, because we don't know. There's no transparency, and that's where the part of transparency will come in. There's no transparency for us to say, as political parties, we're invited to GCOM to have a run through of the system. We can bring our technicians, just not to judge the system of course, but to observe and to ask critical questions. GCOM has never invited us, never, to have a tour of command center or just in brief us as to what they intend to do and how they intend to go about this process. So we have a right to have these concerns. And Claudette Singh was a judge who ruled on elections with Janet Jagan through the writ over her shoulder. Claudette Singh.
Yeah.
So Claudette surely knows about election.
She knows.
Okay.
She knows very much.
She knows. And in your view, the fact that this chairperson of GCOM would have voted overwhelmingly all of the time in favor of the PPP. Every time they had a vote in GCOM. When it came to biometrics, she voted with PPP. When it came to employing the CEO who was not qualified, she voted for the PPP. When it came to employing the DCO, she voted for the PPP. When it came to matters regarding, as I say again, biometrics, PPP. Whatever it is, Claudette somehow just has a mind to say she votes for the PPP. And now again, we are standing here because a matter arose where a person was able to essentially request a whole new identity. And he got it like that from GCOM. Is it your view that this is the only situation, or you think there are more of those situations around us today?
Like Apostle said earlier, Mr. Bisson said earlier, there's a rice grain in a rice bag, right? I believe there are lots like that. In doing some independent work, I've come across the same names on GCOM's list in several regions.
The same name?
The same name.
Wow.
Right? So there is a lot more. And Claudette voting with the PPP all these times, it's plain. She's part of them. She wouldn't admit it, but she's part of them. Right? Her actions tell you that. She doesn't have to say anything. Her actions speak loudly enough for us to understand.
But let me be, I don't like saying devil's advocate, but it's just the same. Claudette said that she voted in that manner because all of her decisions are in keeping with the law. So are we to analyze the situation and to conclude that the three opposition commissioners don't know the law? Because Claudette says she voted against them because whenever she votes, it's about the law. Tell us about that sentiment. Because we have three commissioners from the opposition, three from the PPP, none of us are represented there. And Claudette is saying to us that she votes against the opposition because her votes are always about the law.
All right. Her saying that is an insult to those commissioners. Right? And inference from that statement is that these people don't follow the law.
My God.
And if she's going to say that, now there's a case there for defamation right there, because it is implicitly implied when she says that she voted this way because she's following the law. So it's a polarized situation.
Right.
So if the other person votes the other day, they're not following the law.
My goodness.
Right? And to have such a view of the commissioners that the people of Guyana choose and that should be representing the interests of the people of Guyana, then I think that disqualifies her, or should disqualify her from the position that she currently holds.
Yeah. Do we believe that the general structure of GCOM, the composition is healthy for Guyana's politics. So
It
you
is
have
not.
3 opposition members, commissioners, 3 PPP commissioner, a chairperson who heaven knows, Bill, her voting tells us where she stands. 4. So I was corrected. We have 4 and 3. I like
Yes.
that. All right, you have 3 opposition commissioners and 4, because that's how people feel. Guyanese have a right to express how they feel, and how we feel about this matter is that Claudette Singh is in favor of the PPP.
Yes, definitely.
She can tell us otherwise, but we have a right to say how we feel. Based on your conduct, that's how we feel. And so, that structure in itself, I say again, is it good for our politics, and why would you say it's not if you say that it isn't?
All right. So I would say it is not. It's not good. We got the 3 for the opposition. We got the 3 for the government. But the person that holds the balance of power, which is the chairperson for GCOM, that person in cases like this with Claudette, where we are seeing that she's definitely for the PPP, right? Because if she's going to be asked why she votes like that, and then she's going to disrespect the other opposition leaders, commissioners just like that, and not give logical explanations as to why, then we probably need to have, as instead of having her alone, maybe have 2 other persons with her, right? At the top there, so we don't have a one person, right? Making such an important decision and having such influence, such great influence on the process.
Yeah, because when she has what's called the deciding vote, as you rightly said. So imagine if you have 3 and 3. I don't expect the 3 opposition commissioners to vote against the PNC or APNU. So the result 3 and 3. That's how they vote all the time. And the deciding vote goes to Claudette Singh. Guyanese, we are in serious trouble. When the deciding vote goes to the woman who was a Chief Justice, I think she would have been, and she was a judge, as a matter of fact, and Claudette Singh is telling Guyanese that she abides by the law, hence she votes in the manner in which she does. But she has the deciding vote. And all of our deciding votes were used against APNU. And now, being a new movement, we have got no one to represent us. ALP, led by Simone Brooms, has no one to represent. We, well, of course, win. If you have one commissioner to sanction, you have 2, right? So, we're in trouble. This country is in a major crisis. If there's a problem that arises out of these elections, which we foresee would happen, we do not have. Forward Ghana movement couldn't call one of our commissioners to say, or a commissioner in general to say, there's a problem. We want to have this matter dealt with. We believe that there should be no political connection with any party. Any commissioner at GCOM should be neutral in reference to how the public sees them. That's our view. So it must be an independent, autonomous body, which it is, but the makeup, the composition of commissioners must not be from any political party. It must not be a party card holder, because we don't expect it to be disloyal to your party. So our national candidate has just spoken so aptly too, and we're grateful for that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Sampson.
You're welcome, Mr.
We're here outside of GCOM in Linden. If you don't know where it is, standing here. It's interesting the police haven't come for us yet. Conan, I didn't see any police come to arrest you, me and you this morning, man. Hey, brother. Like we're behaving ourselves today.
Police know that police know exactly who we is and what we stand for.
And even the policemen know that when they vote in August,
Yes.
that some of them may have ID cards,
Right now today the police is working with us.
right? Some policemen, you may have addresses given to you that you never live at. We don't know what's going to happen to GCOM. Huh? Oh, good. Lord. I just talked and police is coming. See that? The police come to tell us good morning. That's a good thing. Wonderful. So the police are coming. Look at them. I just said they wouldn't come to here. Excellent. Because no. You're good. All right. So, good morning to y'all. And how are you doing? I'm doing very well, thanks. You here to capture some images of us?
Yeah, you know.
Go ahead. And sure, get a handsome side.
Yeah, man. I didn't show
And the pretty side.
Smile.
You call the police.
I call. Yeah, we need them, man.
Smile, plastic.
Remember they voted before us, you know. I hope you are registered. All right? I hope these officers are registered and they have the correct ID card, because remember the man went in and somebody's able to change her identity. Just like that. GCOM's official was able to change somebody's identity. Give them another ID card.
Nah.
Make sure you gotta ensure you capture me too, you know.
Nah, you too handsome, man. I won't take you out alone.
You gotta capture me too in the same. Come here, you got group photo. Hold on, let me go over here. Hold on. You gotta get group photo, man. Come. One happy people. All right, officer. Zoom in and get it right. And get a video, let me tell Claude, that's why I feel bad too. Because GCOM has to get it right. And we hope you can have information for the Guyana Police Force about this man who went in and got a whole new ID card, new identity, given to him by GCOM. Is that a criminal act, ma'am? Can I ask you, because you need to inform me. Teach me, please.
All right. That's it.
We good? We free to stand? We being peaceful and law-abiding. We ain't making any trouble.
Brother.
No time to make trouble. Trouble. Thank you all for coming, man.
Just keep the traffic flowing flow.
Now you see how we do it. For the movement, don't make noise and make trouble. There's only one set of people threatening to call you terrorists in this country, not us. Now you see, this is good. You see how the police are interacting with us. We're not called terrorists. All right?
That is guy.
They don't come and call us terrorists and threaten the movie and all that. Maybe we can have Anil Nandlal come to see us, man. Let Anil come and tell us about peaceable vote. How are you, gentlemen?
One love.
Hey! We're standing here in front of you. Good morning, how are you doing? You registered to vote? Wonderful. Wonderful.
Morning, brother.
You gotta get it right. Morning, sir.
Yeah.
GCOM must get it right.
Remember the camera, man.
I gotta go across road. Hold on, let me go across road. GCOM must get it right. That's what we're saying. GCOM has to get it right. So the policeman came, Conan bring the policeman. You see this fella here? Yeah, I like the way the police come looking for us, took a photograph and he left. We don't care. We stand without fear in Linden. Hey, for Guyana all the way. But we have to get this right. Claudette's saying you must get it right. Must. Now those of you on the live broadcast, I want you all to hear me clearly, Guyanese, because this is important for these elections. I remember the matter went all the way to the CCJ and it became a comedy show after a while, where people would say, oh, we go CCJ, let me show you my face when I talk this part. So they started saying, let's go to the CCJ, everything election time. Oh yeah, this is not the CCJ. And our money was being used by if you don't know, to deal with these matters. But here's what the president of the CCJ said, that every guy needs to hear today, because that would govern these elections. The president, a judge in the Caribbean Court of Justice said that no vote could be called invalid. Y'all hear me? Anil went to say before the press that as long as you have a mark, you can't call the vote invalid. Anil.
Yes, we love your club.
Well, look. All right. Now we have elections coming in 32 days or so from now. And imagine that the precedent set by the Caribbean Court of Justice is there's nothing called an invalid vote.
Wow.
So you tell me hold on, I got about 5 dogs. Even my dog can't vote, because nothing is invalid. My dog vote in this election, I ain't playing with y'all. Because if you say no vote is invalid, then anything goes.
I with you, brother. I there with you.
Well, because how could you have an attorney general telling you that no vote? A judge said as long as you have all valid.
So why they give rules and say
Oh,
that you make sure the election don't touch the line?
you know what they said, brother? That the intention of the voter must be considered. That's what they said in Caribbean Court of Justice.
Oh, really?
The argument from Mendes and them is that the intention, say somebody draw a line and go over the box, the intention was to vote for PPP. That's what they did to us. So now they tell you, make sure you put a nice little X in the box. That didn't apply for the last election. When they set such dangerous precedents, what do you think will happen to us in this country come September 1st? That's why we out here, Claudette. You got to get it right. Tell us as a people whether they can be an invalid vote. And you know the answer. So don't tell us as long as you have this 8-digit or 6-digit ballot, that validates it. You have to have an ID card. So why y'all give people ID card if you don't need it to vote? How do you know somebody voted with the ID card is what you call the statutory document. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You good? The statutory document.
No phantom voters!
No phantom voters. That's what I'm talking about, brother. You have to have documents to prove who you are. The last election, forget about that. Do what you want. We watching you all this time. So we stand with courage. We stand with strength. Because we ain't scared of anybody. No biometrics equal PPP tricks. Let me capture that one right there. No biometrics equals PPP tricks, rigging. That's what they'll do. They will rig the election, but I don't care how y'all rig. Y'all gonna rig to see how bad you lose. You can't rig to win.
Apostle, a brother passed here just now, and he asked me if any money coming with this black here.
No, you see? You see?
Is that the,
you see how much trouble in this country?
In our country with these
everything's the money, boy. They pay for everything.
They give you food, they give you Hennessy, they give you money, and many other things are added for them to have placards or people to support them in the streets.
So you pay to protest, you pay to attend rally. That's right. Boy, we in trouble. Because that's why they're disrespectful to Guyanese. They think they can buy everything, they pay us for everything. No, you can't buy your vote. And you can't buy your conscience. Morning, man.
Money.
They can't buy your conscience. We're standing strong and we're not afraid of anybody. Hey brother, if they say to us that you don't need statutory documents to prove that who you are, and the returning officer, of course, will have all those documents, then, brother, respect, brother, thank you, man. Then I tell you, Claudette, my dog voting, I don't care what you say. Because we need documents to prove anything. Good. I carry Umi, I carry Fluffy and say, listen, put your X. Put it here. Fluffy best don't vote wrong. Fluffy got to vote right. Because if you don't need statutory documents, then anybody could vote. There you go. I'm going to collect a neighbor dog all. If it's
Fluffy lives with you.
That's right.
You eat by your back.
That's correct. Neighbors in London, if your dog missing election day, I got him. You can get him back. But I got to vote. Because anybody could vote in Guyana. You don't have to prove your identity here. According to Anil, you just vote, man. We don't need no record of your voting. God bless up, man. Brother got to get it right. Lawlessness indeed. You telling people with all this sense we have that you can have a whole ballot box with no document inside to prove that the statutory document means it's mandatory. You got a whole ballot box, 47 of them with nothing inside but ballots, and you all think you must accept that? All right then, Fluffy, we need you for election. My dog voted. Shiloh voted. Every puppy I could find. Y'all playing me? I can teach you a lesson this election here. Y'all ain't playing.
Like people go want to become a puppy.
Right.
Yeah.
GCOM must get it right. Hey, brother. GCOM must get it right. They're worthless. They got to get it right. So, no, we're not waiting until election results are read and then talk. Forward Guyana movement talking now. We don't wait. We talking now. We waiting to come and protest when election. No, let the rest wait for that. We talking to y'all now. And some of y'all may say, well, what if y'all win? Why you protest? We protest because it's still wrong. And so should we win, this will happen again. Should Forward Guyana movement win the elections, we will ensure within 100 days biometrics are implemented in this country.
Yes.
We will make sure that happens.
Right.
Got to happen.
Right.
Barrett, I know you're watching me. Let me tell you to your face. Because you know, I call you Barrett. You're not vice president for me. You're Barrett. I'm not going to call you Barrett. This is decent. You call something else. Let me tell you something. You. How are you, sir? You will have to rig these elections here. to ensure you don't lose by too much. You can't rig to win. You all got to rig to try to be a minority government, but you can't be that either. Because anytime you get what's called a landslide victory in this country, these elections, every guy needs to know that you're wicked, which we know already. You're worthless, not worthless. You're worthless. I know got right word for you. We will know that y'all surely had all these ID cards produced for a reason. So I know y'all. You might want to secure about 15 to 20 seats in the House of Assembly. So you got to rig to get 20. Because as it is, you can't even get 5 seats if Guyanese vote the way they should. You think we forget? You think when we go to vote, we will forget Adriana Young? You think we forget what happened in Linden with Keon Fortuné? And Ronaldo Peters, you shoot people in the eye? We got policemen in this country who trained to shoot you in the eye. Not all of them, some of them. But the policemen don't like y'all either, I tell you to your faces. The police are mad at y'all too. We're investigating a matter right now where the incentive the police normally get, somebody gone with it. But we can find out what's going on with that one. Hey, brother. How we got it? Respect, man. The comment section is loud. Vote them out. The PPP must go. Because they control GCOM. They control here. They control this agency right here. GCOM. Yeah. They are. PPP must go. Claudette Singh, you gotta go too. Hey, brother. Long now. Claudette should have been in front of the court answering the charges from the last election. Can't be found. We stand up, ladies. We stand up. We ain't scared of anybody. We never scared. We never scared.
Never doing nothing about it.
You know they're attacking now? They're attacking Win.
We have our region 6 candidates here. Another national candidate. Madam Candidate, can you share with us your views, please? Do you mind sharing your views with us, Madam Candidate? No, we need to. You're honest with me about this process. Hey, now, brother. Hey! No, man, don't feel bad. Wait there, man. Come on. Oh, man. You have surgery? Oh, man. You got to get well for this election, bro. Got you, man. Enough love. Strength, brother. This is one of our national candidates. There she is. A woman of class. That's what the Guyana movement has. People who could speak well. One man, one vote is threatened by our processes. I just want your view on a matter that occurred. Your honest opinion. Because what I love about this candidate of ours is that she is very analytical in how she functions. So it's not a person who takes sides. She stands on principle. Something happened the other day that really has brought concern to Fort Guyana movement, which is that an individual is able to go to GCOM, the Guyana Elections Commission, one of the offices in Georgetown, and request essentially an entirely new identity. And he got it. They gave him somebody else's photograph as his. They gave him some address somewhere, and when we checked, the address doesn't even exist. And GCOM gave this person a new identity ahead of the election. The person had to check on the status regarding election and discovered that somebody else has his identity. What are your views on this as a Guyanese?
Well, I can comment because my life is processes. I have numerous amounts of years in functioning in an office environment and ensuring that persons are compliant. I cannot understand how GCOM can be an authority in declaring to me a document that that legitimize who I am,
Right.
and don't have the necessary information in terms of being able to justify what is on their document.
Right.
For me, I am thinking that that is a major concern. It should be a major concern for
Yes.
every Guyanese, because when the authority, when the organization or the entity that is responsible for issuing identification and things like that, if the actual data can't be put together to give credible information, then it should be a very alarming situation for Guyanese. So Guyanese, that can never happen. It should not ever happen. GCOM is responsible to each and every citizen in this country.
Yes.
GCOM must be held to account. They must be held to account.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
And every Guyanese has the right to speak up. If it happened in one instance, it means that there's an issue, there's a break in the system that GCOM has in place.
Yes.
Therefore, GCOM must answer to every Guyanese. At this point, GCOM should have been able to issue some kind of declaration to show that they have gone through. There's an audit of their records to be sure that this is not occurring in other instances.
Yes. But something else has happened I want to speak to you about, because I said, and that's why I tell you viewers that they really love your analysis, your analytical way of presenting matters. We found out, and it was in Philly News, and I saw a list with over 100 names at the same address. And it's not a hotel, by the way. A house in industry.
That should not ever happen. It should not ever happen. If we have private owned business that can keep better records than GCOM, then we need to send persons home. We need to ensure that we have persons that are credible in their operation.
Yes.
Their operational system needs to be credible.
Right. Wow.
Therefore, whatever data that GCOM has, they have to go back to the drawing board. GCOM is not prepared for an election on September 1st.
Well, you see, you're in my head, because I was about to ask you whether you believe they're prepared for elections.
They are not. They certainly are not.
Do you believe the Guyanese would have confidence in any result GCOM would publish?
Never. Because my thing is, if GCOM can look and see that a man shows up and his address, all right, mind you, GCOM made the address a huge issue. Right. It is GCOM who decided that the address matters. Right. So therefore, it becomes something that is a required. It's mandatory.
So the person made a check exactly.
So when the person when you check, the person's address should be correct at the very least.
My Lord. So my sister, candidate, the man who discovered his identity was stolen by GCOM. When justice, he knew that if he is not registered at the right address, he can't vote there. It's that serious.
Certainly.
So if they give you an address that's outside of your jurisdiction, you can't vote in election day.
He's certainly disenfranchised.
Oh my Lord.
He is certainly disenfranchised.
Man, this is serious business. This is serious. This is painfully serious. So this man discovered when he went there that is not the address. Not that alone. Anybody got the ID card?
I have, and I
hope you're
have
honest. Let me
question for GCOM. How can GCOM guarantee to me their position that this wouldn't happen September 1st?
Right.
That I would not show up and they will tell me that I live in Wakenham. Wow. When I am from Region 6.
This is here. Let me show the viewers this here. You see this here? This is an ID card. Right from one of our national candidates. And I'm doing this it may be blurred, but I want to show you something. Because based on what our sister is saying. Imagine that somebody could have gone to GCOM. This right here is so important to voting. And the man, just according to the report, somebody else went and told this GCOM agent that he wants to check his address and something else. He wants to change address. He lives somewhere else. They gave him a whole new ID. This GCOM printed one of these and gave to a phantom voter.
That's
I want to show you all the literal example. GCOM took one of this and put it in the hand of somebody who's a different person altogether.
That is so troubling. That is so troubling on so many fronts.
Man,
that
listen.
is so troubling.
Now imagine Elton shows up to vote. If he didn't go check, he didn't do due diligence. He shows up to vote. Goes to the polling station only to discover you're not Elton Sampson.
There you go.
Because he's Elton Sampson.
Or Elton Sampson name already scratched off on the list.
Oh my goodness. Because he voted already.
Yes. Yes.
Is this reason enough for us to take GCOM to court?
Oh, absolutely. That would have been my next question. Why isn't GCOM in court yet?
All these lawyers we have in Guyana now, we have so many lawyers in APNU, so many lawyers in AFC. Why are they not taking these people to court? We ready to do it.
But on that note, Nigel, I would say, Guyanese, do your due diligence. Ensure you check the data on the list.
Thank you.
Go to the list nearest to you. Ensure that you are where you're supposed to vote. Ensure that all of your details are accurate on that list. Ensure that you are not disenfranchised in any way, shape, or form.
Thank you so much.
Do your due diligence. This is our rights as Guyanese. We have the right to vote.
Yes.
I understand that all that is happening around this country can be an injustice to Guyanese in terms of whomsoever will may come and vote. But you, as a Guyanese, this is your democratic right.
Yes.
Check the list. Ensure that you're on the list where you're supposed to be.
Yes.
Ensure that your details are accurate. Ensure that you are able to exercise your right to vote as a Guyanese citizen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Candidate. And there you've heard it from our candidate. So I'll walk across the GCOM to show you what this list looks like. All right. The pamphlet, we have to put it straight to the car, people. Like from the little girl. As the car's passed, give them the voters info. So, Jason, you can check for me. Mr. Bourne is going to show you. We're not making trouble. We're showing a check. We just want to check this list, please. So you go to the list. See, he's going there, right? And he's checking that list. See that? That's what we're just showing you. Being responsible, we're showing you what you're supposed to do. Go to GCOM and check. See if your name is not just your name. See if there's somebody else on that list who you know shouldn't be there. It could be a dead person. And raise the alarm. All right? You raise the alarm. Because that's the responsible thing to do. So Mr. Bourne is showing you how this process should be done. It's simple, but I'm asking you how to do this. Don't just check for your name. Because if you know that your neighbor or somebody in your area has been there for the last 3 years, the name should be in that list. So raise the alarm. If you have a child who is 18 and should be eligible to vote, check that list. Raise the alarm. All right? Raise the alarm.
Yeah, everything's safe with me.
Good. So Mr. Bone, just check. Why are we doing this? Because we know. We know that the people who call phantom voters. So we wanted to stand here with y'all. Honk if you believe. So we have some documents, voters, education. As the vehicles pass, we just want to give it to you so you can know exactly what is your right regarding election day. And then when we're through, we'll take a nice brief walk through the community. Central Mackenzie. Right? What are you saying? Oh, no, you can't do that.
I think this is something that a lot of viewers didn't know, that the list is placed right at the front of the GCOM's building. So you don't have to go into the workers,
right,
the personnel at GCOM, and ask them to check. You could actually come to GCOM, right at the front of the building and check yourself.
Well, in this case, it was a good thing that the guy went to check, right?
Yeah.
It's a good thing the fellow went to check because he discovered that somebody has his ID,
Yeah.
right? Somebody has his ID. That was so dangerous. And that in a sense speaks to rigging. Because if somebody gets tried, they get trouble.
Here we are living in a country where persons could be jailed
Yes.
for sharing a voice note that probably wasn't truth.
Wow.
But GCOM is here issuing false identity to people and no charges is brought against them.
We got no report from the police.
Right.
GCOM said they're going to consult with the police to see if charges should be brought. Now tell me, Jason,
Uh-huh.
if a man goes to request a new identity, a false identity, to get his identity replaced, is that not a crime?
It is.
So what do you got to ask the police if it should investigate it for? And I didn't understand. Maybe I should go in the bank and tell them today I mark something and I came for $10 million.
Man, Apostle, I mean, for the last couple of years, for the last 20-something years,
All right.
we have seen so much of things that when I hear these things now, it doesn't surprise me anymore.
Wow.
It doesn't surprise me anymore. You could wake up tomorrow and hear somebody is some brain surgeon and you know to yourself that they never went to school. There's the country we living in.
Wow.
So
Wow.
you know, all around Linden we get
Oh, Lord, we're in trouble.
persons in major offices, and these people don't have nothing more
Yeah.
than CXC
Yeah.
subjects.
Yeah.
The regional chair, the REO for Linden, the only qualifications he have is a couple of subjects.
And he's
But
REO.
He's the REO.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
In charge of all the money
Yeah.
that spends to develop
All of our admin
Linden.
business, that's correct.
Right? So, why I'm saying all of this is because nothing is impossible in Guyana.
Right.
Right? Nothing
Wow.
is impossible
Wow.
in
Wow.
Guyana. But it's something that we need to change.
Yeah.
Guyanese, we need to change this. Put
Spanish.
put people who is qualified enough to serve you. Let me stop accepting these things that are being thrown to us.
I agree with you.
The next major person in Linden who is in charge or who should be in charge of developing this Linden is the Prime Minister representative. The Prime Minister representative don't even have no subjects.
Wow.
He don't. But here we are being governed by these people who is not qualified.
Right.
So
exactly.
I just always say, look, I just always plead
Okay, so
with my
policeman here.
Guyanese. So come September 1st, you elect the right set of people who is qualified enough to serve you, and that group of people is Forward Guyana Movement.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we have a police officers here. Another set of photographs. Another photo shoot. But hold on. Let me go cross road. Today's our special day, man. We getting photographed by the policemen all the time.
Remember, we were very famous.
That's wonderful.
We were very famous.
All right, officer.
The police officers making us national figures. Thank you so much.
So hold on. Let me ask you. The set who came before and took the photograph, that's for what? Because it's the second set. The first set was for what?
Yeah, the photograph is not with you, sir. The photograph is with the images that you have. There's a city placard.
Yeah, but it took that already.
Well, I'm not sure of that.
How you sure I tell you they came? It's live right here.
I wasn't here.
So you have to have multiple images. Like the voters list, you got to check and recheck, double check. If candidate is in better shape today. If only GCOM doing what this police did, which is to verify that the information is correct, accurate, we good to go.
You had to be here.
You have to be here. So Guyana Police Force is ensuring that what's on the placard is true and accurate. And we hope you can forward that to Claudia Singh and borrow them.
Make sure you catch me face, also, too.
Are we allowed to walk on the pavement, officer, to go to the market?
Walk on it.
On the pavement?
You could walk anywhere, bro.
You see here, you saying that?
People work anywhere.
That's I like the face.
Linden got the best
Let-
policeman,
let us see, I
but
like the, I'm out there. Hello. Short people just do short things too, man. They don't get the best officer. All of officers, the same officer.
no man, he said, how you doing, man?
No. These people will approach us with respect. You
How you doing,
understand? Then I don't have a choice.
So we take a walk straight down to the market and come back. We on the pave. Let's
Y'all are there? Yes, sir. Good.
thank you.
No. You just walk up, sir, come back and close that.
Alright, you walk on the pave. We ain't blocking the road. Hold on.
No, we're going to the pave. Let me walk.
Hold on, Echo.
Officer coming, please tell me. Alright. Morning, ma'am. How are you? Step back a little bit. We hope that the Guyana Election Commission, your officials are watching. We believe in doing what is decent and proper, which is to alert Guyanese as to malpractice by GCOM. And y'all got to get it right. You will have to get it right. As well as we also doing responsibility, which is to give voters some pamphlets so they can understand what to be educated regarding electoral processes. Please note, Guyanese, that this time around the law is the law. The policy is clear. If you have an address, or if you registered all the way in Berbice and you move to Linden, you can't vote in Linden. Just take note of that. So if they change your address, you cannot vote. Even if you have the ID card, this is important. That's why we're standing here so passionately this morning. If they change your address in GCOM, you can't vote anywhere else. Please take note of that, all right? So, we'll walk on the page so Guyanese can read our placard. We stood here for more than an hour, and we'll be back if we have to. Because GCOM... Guyana Election Commission must give us a straight report on this matter regarding this phantom voter. And the 100 plus people living at one address. Leave them alone.
Let them alone. We know that. If you know that much fire spit or something.
They're listening, and the whole baby party
The
broke
whole
up
baby
today.
party broke up. So let me just take a walk down.
So we're going to cross on the pave. Hey, look, brother.
Let me go cross and then.
We walk on the pave, officer. We walk on Senator Market. Thank you so much. We're decent and law-abiding. We like Kossab Dharamlal. Right here, we jumping in. Hold on first. We want Linden to see. All Guyanese to see. Me? Yeah, man, come. I ain't gonna refuse it, man. Come. Let Jason stroll with me.
I'm not sure that I'm not sure that you
One line, one after the other. Yeah, give me, man. Correct. Duck quack. You call it duck quack. Farm a duck line. Because we want to say we walking two breasts.
You can't get two bars together. You gotta get a reporter.
Here we are.
Then a reporter. Yeah. You got space so that it could see.
All right.
So it's very important here.
You making one walk and come back. See that? There we are. GCOM must get it right. We are walking through Linden. No, nobody asked us to move. Y'all please get this right. The police never asked us to move. We chose to walk. And I give credit where it's due. The police officers were very, very respectful. They answered questions. They were not snobbish in any way. But we're now walking through the community. Just a little stroll down to the the town center area. Because Guyanese need to know that the skullduggery going on in GCOM. Nobody could go and get any fake ID card and vote. What foolishness is that? Stop the process and ensure you get it right. Good morning, y'all. How are you? How are you? How are you? Give me.
I was watching from France.
From France?
I was watching from
Bonjour, bonjour, madame.
Bonjour, comment vas-tu?
Oh, c'est bien?
Bien.
Bon.
Bien.
Bien. So we want to inform voters of skullduggery at GCOM. That's what we're doing. Walking to inform the Guyanese public. Morning, y'all. How things? Look at this long line. Got people, all these things here. People can't get to do business. They got to line up for money. They should have about 4 or 5 ATMs. This is crazy. What's up, Dan? Good man. Hey. There is no way that a man was supposed to get a whole new identity from GCOM. Y'all should stop the election process and get it right now. That's what we're saying. We have no confidence in y'all. No Guyanese must be able to walk in GCOM office and get a whole new ID card with a name that's not his, address that's not his. Morning, brothers. No. That's why you walk in today. You walk in because it's mad. Slow down, Jason, going too fast. Morning. Hey, brother. Morning. How we got it? You doing good? Good, man. Good. You ain't got you on camera. On the camera. Morning, y'all. That boy look solid, man. Come on, Papa. But couldn't see the man all in red, boy. You see the fella there?
Yeah, what you need? Yes, I don't be red.
Hey! The man red from head to toe, boy.
I don't be red. Red blooded.
So here we are walking in the candidate supporters. We're just walking through and then GCOM must get it right. Stop the process. GCOM must stop this process and give everybody biometric information. You're all worthless. This is nonsense.
For too long, we have been deprived in this country for free and fair elections.
Yes.
And biometrics is the way to go. And they knew it and they announced it that biometrics is the way for free and fair election. 5 years has passed.
Nothing.
We come into an election and I put your pot on fire. If they are in there for power for another 5 years, they're going to talk about it now that next year we're going to get biometrics and the next 5 year reach. Nothing has been done. No progress has been made.
Nothing.
Because what we have seen with PPP is plenty talk and plenty promise and little fulfillment.
Exactly. Forward Ghana movement is walking. Morning. GCOM must get it right. They got to get it right. Giving people fake ID card in this country, they got to get it right. Brother, how things?
Hey, bless up.
Good man, bless up. GCOM Claudette got to get it right. Morning, sir.
Yeah.
Morning. Claudette must get it right. Or Claudette Singh must go. Hey, brother. Morning. No more. Hey, brother. Hey. Yeah, man, solid. GCOM must get it right. You can't give people fake ID card. Head up. A man could go and ask you to change his identity and you change it just like that. Stop the process. Foolishness not be able to make. Head up, brother. Where you going to park? What? How you doing? Good, brother. GCOM must get it right. Morning. How y'all doing? Morning.
No biometrics, no election.
That's it.
Because we have the rigors in place. PPP has the rigors in place. No
Already.
biometrics, no election.
We're the Mackenzie Market where this man here. Highlight us. Highlight us. Hold on. But the background music and we get cut off. Come here for the music. Then cut me off. There's a man here who was fighting with the council just to get this park clear. This man right here.
The same spot.
One of our candidates right here.
Yes. And you could see, Mr. London, it has been maintained. Because
Thank
you see, a lot of people they wasn't afford to come and park their cars there, but now,
big
yes, if you see, it is well numbered, it is well parked off, and you know, nice.
And somebody was stopping off and we just remember. I remember the
Yes,
fight.
we had the town clerk, which is Mr. Lennox Gasper, have been saying to us that it's an illegal act.
Wow.
Right, so here we are today with the illegal act. The place looking good, smelling good, you know. Police again.
Right.
And here we have the police tracking us. They're behind us.
Well, that's
good. They're maintaining the peace.
Yeah, the police are ensuring we maintain the peace. That's good.
We're not here for no confrontation.
We like that. It's good the police are following nobody else any harm. Right?
It is good to get police officers.
Yes, you need that. Nobody knew you harm and do foolishness to you. Don't gotta fight anybody.
Oh, sorry, the music would cut you off because
Background. Copyright. Hey, copyright law.
This is why I take a licking last night.
Yeah. It's your fast leg is move.
People move, friends, just move.
We action people, man. She was here last and she went back.
No biometrics, no election.
There should not be any election in this country without biometrics. None. Because people are going to request false ID cards and that should not happen. And not just the request, but GCOM granted them the request and that should not happen. No biometrics. We demand fairness, phantom voting, phony results. Get it right. All right? 100+ people registered at one address in industry in the East Coast of Demerara. Rigging has started. No biometrics equal PPP tricks. PPP tricks, rigging.
I'm now thinking about industry. Industry is a PPP stronghold.
That's correct.
Area.
That's correct. And I saw the list. It's not here. I saw that list. Over 100 names at one address. It's not a hotel.
In a stronghold area, you add another 100.
Oh my goodness. How many houses like that? How many more?
That is what?
Right. So we came to stand this morning and we'll be ending our broadcast now because we are not people who started for 5 hours. We made a point, we continue to make a point. Thanks to those of you who joined us. Thanks for being committed to our Region 6 candidates. Region 6 in the House, thank you all so much for remaining in Linden. And that's how committed our leaders are. They stayed, how are you, brother? They stayed in Linden because they intended to make their voices heard this morning. All right? Our 3 candidates from Region 6 are here. Thank you. 4 candidates actually. Right here. All right? Thank you all so much. So we end the broadcast now by again making a distinct call that GCOM should halt the election process and fix the voters list, or at minimum implement biometrics. It doesn't even take 4 months for you to get here. Get it right. Y'all do well.